Meanings: chopped, cut into pieces, whistled through, passed through with a whistling sound. Cracks, narrow gaps. Sake, a popular Japanese drink. Expensive, costly. Delicious, very tasty. Pitcher, a pot usually made of clay. Greedily, as if desiring more and more. Intended, planned. Tricked, deceived. Muttering, speaking unclearly. Sent for, called. All day long, throughout the day. Made his way to, went to. Jump out of bed, to get up hurriedly. Make sentences. Mutter. He muttered something about being late and left the room. 2. Tricked. I had been tricked and I felt like a fool. 3. Intended. I'm afraid I spent more money than I had intended. 4. Greedily. The beggar ate the bread greedily. 5. Delicious. This is the most delicious ice cream I have ever eaten. 6. Made his way. When his name was called, he made his way to the stage. 7. Expensive. She was wearing an expensive new outfit. Reference to context RTC 1. I wish I had a sip of sake. This sentence is taken from the chapter Taro's Reward. These words are said by the old father of Taro. He expressed his wish before his family to have a sip of sake when he was shivering with cold. RTC 2. My poor old father. Let's see who said this sentence and to whom and when. The sentence is taken from the chapter Taro's Reward. The sentence is said by the thoughtful son Taro to himself while he was chopping the wood in the jungle. Unhappy with himself, he started working harder with a hope to fulfill his father's wish and muttered the above sentence. This is the third RTC. Water, nothing but water. Let's see who said to whom, when, and why. These words are taken from the chapter Taro's Reward. These words are spoken by one of the villagers who gathered near the waterfall with a hope to fill their pots with sake. The first villager who tasted the liquid of the waterfall uttered these words in anger for being tricked by Taro. Answer the following questions. Why did Taro run in the direction of the stream? Answer. Taro ran in the direction of the stream because he was thirsty. Secondly, he had never before heard the sound of falling water in that area. Taro સ્ટ્રીમના અવાજની ડિરેક્શનમાં કેમ દોડ્યો? ટેરો એ આ પહેલા કોઈ દિવસ વોટરફોલના વહેવાનો અવાજ આ જગ્યા પર સાંભળ્યો ન હતો અને સેકન્ડ થિંગ એ ખૂબ તરસ્યો હતો. How did Taro's father show his happiness after drinking sake? Sake પીધા બાદ ટેરોના ફાધરે પોતાની હેપીનેસ ખુશી કેવી રીતે વ્યક્ત કરી? Answer. Sake gave warmth as well as energy to the old man. Taro's father stopped shivering and started dancing. In this way, he showed his happiness. Sake પીવાથી ઓલ્ડ મેનના બોન્સને એનર્જી મળી, હૂંફ મળી અને તેથી તે ધ્રુજતા બંધ થઈ ગયા અને એમણે પોતાને ખુશી ડાન્સ કરીને વ્યક્ત કરી. Why did the waterfall give Taro sake and others water? Answer. The waterfall obliged Taro and changed the water into sake. The reason was that he was a thoughtful son. He served his old parents sincerely. Sake was the reward for his goodness. Other people were just greedy, so they got only plain water. Waterfall ટેરોને સાકે આપી જ્યારે બીજા વિલેજર્સ માટે કોલ્ડ સિમ્પલ પ્લેન વોટર હતું એવું કેમ? એનું કારણ એ હતું કે ટેરો એક થોટફુલ સન હતો, એના પેરેન્ટ્સ માટે વિચારતો હતો, એ લોકોની સેવા કરતો હતો સિન્સિયરલી, એની ગુડનેસ માટે વોટરફોલે એને રિવોર્ડ આપ્યો. જ્યારે બીજા ગામના લોકો હતા તે લાલચી હતા, એટલે એ લોકો માટે વોટરફોલનું વોટર એ સિમ્પલ પ્લેન કોલ્ડ વોટર હતું, જ્યારે ટેરો માટે એ સાકેમાં ચેન્જ થઈ ગયું. Question 4. Why did the villagers want to drown Taro? Answer. The villagers went to the waterfall to collect sake, but they got only plain cold water. They thought that Taro had tricked them, so they looked for Taro to punish him. ગામના લોકો ટેરોને કેમ એ જ વોટરફોલમાં ડુબાડી દેવા માંગતા હતા? એનું કારણ એ હતું કે જ્યારે એ લોકોએ વોટરફોલનું વોટર ટેસ્ટ કર્યું ત્યારે એ સિમ્પલ કોલ્ડ વોટર હતું, એટલે એ લોકોને એવું લાગ્યું કે ટેરોએ એ લોકોને છેતર્યા છે અને એટલા માટે એ લોકો એને પનિશ કરવા માંગતા હતા. Why did the emperor reward Taro? The emperor of Japan rewarded Taro for being good and kind towards his parents. This was emperor's way to encourage all children to respect, obey and serve their parents. First one, Taro earned very little money because 1. He didn't work hard enough. 2. The villagers didn't need wood. 3. The price of wood was very low. And the correct option is 3. The price of wood was very low at that time. 2. Taro decided to earn extra money. Why did Taro decide to earn extra money? And the options are 1. To live a more comfortable life. 2. To buy his old father some sake. 3. To repair the cracks in the hut. And the correct answer is 2. To buy his old father some sake. The neighbor left Taro's hut in a hurry because she was delighted with the drink. She was astonished to hear Taro's story. 3. She wanted to tell the whole village about the waterfall. And the correct answer is option 3. She wanted to tell the whole village about the waterfall. Some more MCQs. This made Taro sadder than ever. This refers to, options are 1. A strong wind that began to blow. 2. Taro's father's old age. 3. Taro's inability to buy expensive sake for his father. And the correct answer is 3. Taro's inability to buy expensive sake for his father. This said the emperor was to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. This refers to 1. The most beautiful fountain in the city. 2. Rewarding Taro with gold and giving the fountain his name. 3. Sending for Taro to hear his story. And the right option is option 2. Rewarding Taro with gold and giving the fountain his name. The words written in blue color are adjectives. Out of these adjectives, which adjectives describe Taro and which don't match to the quality of Taro described above or mentioned above? Taro wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. Okay, let's understand the adjectives first. Thoughtful means thinking about other people need or want, विचारशील, hardworking, खूब मेहनतू, working with effort and energy, loving, feeling or showing love, प्रेमाळ, honest, one who tells the truth, प्रामाणिक, considerate, thoughtful, careful not to upset people, okay, विचारशील, trustworthy, someone you can believe in, विश्वासू, विश्वास योग्य, efficient, able to work without making mistake, કાર્યક્ષમ, kind, caring, ગુજરાતીમાં દયાળુ. So let's see which adjectives match to the above mentioned quality of Taro. Thoughtful, hardworking, loving, honest, considerate, trustworthy, efficient, kind. And the odd adjectives are honest, trustworthy, efficient. Arrange the words below in pairs that rhyme. See the examples. Young, lung. Money, sunny. Okay. And the answers are said, bed, chop, stop, last, fast, wax, X, could, would, sound, round, way, day. Fill in the blanks with words from the box. A dash woodcutter lived. Young woodcutter lived on dash hillside. Lonely hillside. He was a, how was he? He was a thoughtful son. How did he work? He worked hard. But earned, how much did he earn? Little money. One day he saw, what did he see? A beautiful waterfall hidden behind a rock. He tasted the water and found it delicious. Fill in the blanks. 1. This made Taro dash than ever sadder. Sadder. 2. He decided to work dash than ever harder. Harder. 3. Next morning, Taro jumped out of bed dash than usual earlier. Earlier. 4. He began to chop even dash faster. Faster. 5. Next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. See, listen to these children. What are they talking about? The first boy out of 3 is saying, I think swimming is more difficult than driving. The second one said, I think it is much less difficult. And the last one said, anyhow, neither of them is as difficult as learning English. Let's see what these children are talking about. The 3 boys are talking about their problems. One finds swimming more difficult than driving. The second disagrees with his view. He thinks that swimming much less difficult than driving. But the third boy says that learning English is much more difficult than swimming and driving. Who was Taro? What was his most endearing quality? Endearing means lovable, adorable quality. Okay. Taro was a young woodcutter. He was poor but hardworking. He honestly wanted to serve his old parents and keep them happy. That was his greatest virtue. What did Taro's father wish for one cold day? Answer. Taro's old father shivered with cold. He wished he had a cup of sake which would warm his body and do good to his heart. Question 3. How did Taro manage to meet the demand of his father? Answer. Taro had no money to buy expensive sake, so he began to work harder at chopping wood. God helped him in getting sake free from a waterfall. The father drank it, felt warm, and started dancing. Next question. How did the villagers come to know of the magic waterfall? And the answer is the old man offered a cup of sake to a lady and also told her about the discovery of the magic waterfall. She spread the story throughout the whole village. How did the villagers react after tasting the water of the magic waterfall? Answer. They tasted the water and found it plain cold water. They were angry and disappointed. They decided to drown Taro into the stream for befooling them. How did the Emperor of Japan reward Taro? Answer. The Emperor of Japan rewarded Taro with 20 pieces of gold for his goodness. He also named the most beautiful fountain of the city after Taro. Character sketch of Taro. Taro was a poor young woodcutter. He lived with his parents on a hillside. He worked very hard but earned very little money. He was deeply devoted to his old parents. One evening, his shivering father wished to have a cup of sake. Taro began to work harder to earn money to buy the expensive drink. God came to help. One day he found a waterfall. The water tasted like magic sake. Taro gave the sake to his shivering father and became happy to think that he satisfied his father. When the greedy villagers went to the waterfall, they found normal water. The angry villagers wanted to kill Taro for befooling them. But wise Taro slipped behind a rock. He was duly rewarded by the Emperor of Japan. This much for today. Bye. Take care. Stay safe.